Hey, what's up? I'm Unknown Shadow. This is Grover. And this is Colorado. And has this ever happened to you? Just out trying to do something in the Jeep and then all of a sudden, scratches. So of course it would happen that literally like a week after I get the Jeep, I'm doing something in the back, climb in through the passenger rear door, and suddenly, I hear a scratch, and that happened. So the worst part about that whole thing is literally, I think, that day I was supposed to get in the mail some door sill guards that were delayed for one reason or another. While yes, I did plan on already covering the door sills, I couldn't really just leave that scratch there just because it would be bugging me. So the first thing that I did was I went and I got some just standard scratch remover, wiped that on there just to do my best to cover up that scratch and kind of make it a little better. I think overall it worked out pretty well. It looks a lot less noticeable, but ultimately I covered it up. As I mentioned, I had already ordered the door sill guards. They're just the standard Mopar parts for the Grand Cherokee, but they were delayed, so it took a little bit, and of course I was going to scratch the Jeep right before getting them. I think they literally came 2 days after I scratched the Jeep. So what I did after I covered that up was I went ahead and installed them. Very simple install, nice looking piece. You have to really like chrome because they only come in that really shiny chrome. But they worked out pretty well. They're just stick-on, so, ultimately they may get replaced, they may get knocked off. The stick, it's a standard 3M tape on the back of them, does quite well, and they're on there, so they're at least doing their job in protecting the Jeep now. Along with the plan that I had for the door sill guards, I wanted to be stupid, I guess. I had seen that they had the light up Jeep panel that can also be placed in there. Completely useless, more a farkle than anything else, but I don't know, sometimes you just have to be stupid. The install was a lot more difficult than I had expected, only because it involves, slicing in a couple of power lines to the LEDs, removing a fair amount of plastic, and kind of the undersides, but overall not difficult, just time consuming. You need to take off the existing plates and that corner piece, the underside carpeting, or not carpeting, but protective piece, get access to all of that, get access to that little comfort light that's under there so that we could take that down, splice into those wires, run wires to both sides, both passenger and driver side, replace the metal Jeep placard that's in there with the new light up illuminated one. Bunch of little tabs, kind of connect those in, smash them down, and then you start just piecing it all back together. As you're going up and taking off those corner pieces, there's that weird little hook that's on the edge of them, and they hook into the weather stripping that's on the door, and really, pulling that back up makes either taking them off or putting them on a lot simpler. It wasn't in any of the instructions, but I did find that if you just kind of pull that straight out, it should just push right back on, and it allows you to kind of get those hooks out from behind there a lot easier. Connecting up the LED to the new wiring, popping all the plastics back in, and that was really it. Not too difficult, but it did take a while just to kind of get the wiring all in the right place and out of the way and all that stuff. But looks pretty good. The hardest part was actually stripping the wire, kind of mid-wire for the comfort light that's underneath there. Stripping that wire just enough to kind of solder on the connection for the new wire. But otherwise, it's just running long standard gauge wire through the Jeep to both sides, and then plugging them in. Definitely not hard, and actually looks pretty decent, especially at night. You get that little bit of stupid added Jeep light up, and yeah, it looked good. But really with that, we'll call this a video. Just trying to add a little more protection to the door sills where people are kind of getting in and out of the Jeep. Was hoping to protect it before it got scratched, and then wound up scratching it myself, of course. Literally right before getting the parts. But overall, yeah, definitely nice. I wish there were more blacked out versions of the door sill guards rather than the chrome versions, but they still look nice and they'll do their job, and I'm not particularly tied to them, so if over time they kind of fall off, I may find something to replace them with, but for now they'll do their job. And the illuminated Jeep sign, you know, sometimes you have to do stuff just to look cool. Hopefully you found something in this video that you liked. If you did, you know, like, subscribe, comment, do those things if you like to do those things. But in the meantime, hopefully you're having a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.